Hey everyone, thanks for clicking. This is Rocky here with my top moments from the Season 3 finale of Arrow. This was a great episode, had a lot of character development, a lot of big things happen. Let's go and jump right in. Top moment number 7, Plan A fails. So Oliver attempts to take out the League plane with the assistance of Nyssa, but fails hard. Ra's manages to escape with the Alpha Omega virus, as well as the only parachute. Thankfully, Oliver is able to crash land the plane and they survive. Well, it is time for Plan B and Team Arrow reunited. Number 6, a favor from Flash. Oliver helped Barry take out the Reverse Flash, and in return, Barry takes out the remaining League of Assassin members and Nanda Parbot. He then frees Team Arrow after they realize they are not dead. Malcom breaks down that everything was part of Oliver's plan, and he was able to inoculate everyone against the Alpha Omega virus. Oliver once again could not fill them in, as this was time sensitive. Of course, nobody wants to believe Malcom or trust Oliver. Best part of the scene was Felicity outing Barry as a Flash to Malcom. Seriously, the guy should just forego a mask at this point, as everyone's just finding out who he is, right? Number 5. Damien Darhk in Starling. Ra's, it seems, had an ulterior motive in wanting Starling wiped out so soon. His old friend Darhk is in town. Sadly, we don't get a look at him, as he skipped town as soon as he learned about Ra's plan. So does that mean he has spies within the League? They are really hyping up Darhk, and I hope we are not let down in Season 4. Number 4. He has failed this city. We get our completion to the Hong Kong flashbacks as the Yamashiros and Oliver mourn the death of Akio. These events push Oliver to his dark side as he tortures General Sharif for hours, uttering the line, "He has failed this city," and then Maseo finishes him off. This horrifies Tatsu, and Maseo, drowning in shame, leaves her. Tatsu and Oliver say their goodbyes, with Oliver hinting at finding isolation as he does not want those he loves to see the monster that he has become. So it seems this is a point where Maseo searches out the League and Tatsu goes into isolation. So will Oliver be headed towards Coast City, as the ship he gets on implies, or is he going somewhere else? We have been getting loads of Green Lantern Easter eggs between Arrow and the Flash this season, so I think there's definitely a strong chance we might meet Hal Jordan in the Season 4 flashbacks. Number 3, time for Plan B. Per Malcom, Oliver's failsafe is the rest of Team Arrow. He gives them tasks, which they are reluctant to do, but at Diggle's prompting, they go to work. Oliver and Nyssa show up by way of the ceiling, and Diggle proceeds to punch Oliver right in the face. Team Arrow is naturally pissed at Oliver, and he lays out what his full plan was, including the part where he was intending to die on the plane. Team Arrow is able to put their differences aside for now to stop Ra's as he plans to disperse the Alpha Omega virus from 4 distinct points. The twist is he plans on using League members to disperse the toxin within their blood. With some help from Thea and Captain Lance, Team Arrow is able to neutralize all the targets, so Starling City is saved once again. Number 2, Oliver vs. Ra's. We finally get the rematch between these two, and it initially plays out pretty close to the first fight. Oliver holds his own for a bit, but is quickly overwhelmed by Ra's. Faced with the inevitability of death, Oliver reaches into himself and finds the strength he received from Felicity's pep talk and catches Ra's blade and then guts him with it. This seemed to really surprise Ra's. Oliver gives the man a prayer of sorts, as Ra's gives Oliver the Demon's Head ring. This was pretty much an exact mirror of the fight between Oliver and Ra's, with some slight differences from back in the mid-season break, as we see kind of the opposite in this case, where Oliver pushes through and defeats Ra's, but in a similar way to how Ra's defeated Oliver in that fight. So I thought that was handled very well within the choreography. So now that Ra's is dead, Oliver can finally relax, right? Nope, he takes 3 to the chest from a police sniper. Thankfully, Felicity shows up in the Atom suit to save the day. Number 1, Team Arrow splintered. In the last moments of the finale, we see Team Arrow become somewhat splintered. Oliver makes the decision to give up being a hero and travel with Felicity, which she quickly agrees to. This is somewhat reminiscent of the comics, as at one point, Oliver and Laurel left Star City and opened a floral shop while still fighting crime at night. So maybe in Season 4 we'll see some Oliver and Felicity team-ups, well aside from that Nanda Parbot team-up we saw earlier. Laurel and Thea will continue to protect Starling City, and well, Diggle may or may not be helping. Oliver and Diggle make up a little bit, but Diggle is still hurt and does not know what to do. Oliver makes a suggestion that if he decides to keep being a hero, he should find some way to hide his identity. So we definitely get more teases at Diggle getting a costume in Season 4. In typical Ray fashion, while experimenting on his suit, the upper levels of Palmer Tech are rocked with an explosion. So like I said, we're seeing the team kind of spread apart at the end of the season, but Oliver has his trust in all of them to protect Starling City without him. So at this point, he feels like he doesn't need to be that hero anymore and can finally figure out who he's become at this point. So again, we're seeing the idea of him possibly coming back as the Green Arrow or similar to the Green Arrow in Season 4. So should have a lighter tone with his character, it seems like. It was a roundabout way of getting him there, but I think that's the development they're going to be going towards. And eventually Team Arrow will come back in Season 4. Okay, so my final thoughts on the finale of Season 3. Arrow definitely made up a lot of ground with this finale, but it felt pretty rushed in my opinion. Most of the episode just seemed to be all over the place and slightly confusing. The confrontation with Oliver and Diggle was pretty good, as they've been together since the beginning, and hopefully they'll be able to recover that relationship down the line. Felicity appears to be fully realized, and I know that makes a lot of fans happy. But come on, we know it's not going to last forever, right? Since the mid-season break, this series has definitely had some ups and downs, so for Arrow Season 3, I'm giving them a B-, and I hope they can tighten things up for Season 4. Alright guys, those are my top moments of the season finale. Go and let me know what your top moments are down in the comments below, or if you have any questions on the episode, go and put those down in the comments below as well. I'll be more than happy to go over that information with you. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd ask you to go ahead and pound that like button and definitely subscribe to my channel. That way you can receive an alert when I post my next Arrow video, as well as the other Marvel and DC videos I'm doing right now. To subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe annotation on the screen, or there's a subscribe button down in the description below. Either way will work and get you definitely subscribed to the channel. If you have gone and hit subscribed already, thank you so very much. I really appreciate you coming on board, and I so hope you've been enjoying the videos. Alright guys, all that being said, I hope everyone has a great rest of your day now. Bye.